Your Country 1039 KGRT, Miss Carrie Underwood, before he cheats.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And looking for a good weekend this weekend. Going to be pretty busy. Let's see. It's kind of back to school time. We started a couple of weeks ago. And, of course, the NMSU students, Doñana County Community College students, are all coming in. But, you know, there's lots of things and memories that stick in our brain from our school years. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them definitely not related to grammar or geometry or English or anything else like that. You know, there's certain things that, you know, not the things that we were supposed to learn in school. I mean, those obviously stick with us because we're functioning adults mostly. But there are some things that kind of stick with you that would be, I guess, unusual, or certain memories that you just, I don't know, words to live by, so to speak, like the words to a poem that you had memorized, right? Your locker combination. Anybody remember that from high school? I don't at all. Let's see. The smell of the cafeteria, especially when it's their favorite food for that day, right? Or maybe exactly what you wore on your first day of school, or your best friend's home phone number. I do not remember that, but I do remember the directions he gave me to his house. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. There you are. That's pretty much the instructions I got. And if there is one memory that sticks in our mind, just a certain saying or something that came up in school, I had an English teacher that told me to remember those weird and interesting names in history, because then you can torture your kids with them. Yeah, that's one of the things I remember from high school. But just little things that kind of stick in your brain. So my question for you is, what is something, doesn't have to be unusual, just has to be there, but what is something that for whatever reason has stayed with you from your school days, right? Elementary school, high school, middle school, kindergarten even. Hey, we can go that far back. So go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. You can call those in. You can text those in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, we are live on our social media pages right now, Facebook and YouTube. So we do a little extra online, and you can leave your comments there as well for our question of the day. Once again, today, what is something, well, doesn't have to be unusual, but what is something that for whatever reason has stayed with you from your school days? Think back on that. Yeah. Let me know your answers for our question of the day, which is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Okay, all good there. And we are exclusively up on our social media pages right now. So, you know, there might be a little something right there. Maybe it was a quote from a movie that stuck with you from your school days, you know. Back when the day when they used to roll in that TV or the projector so that you could watch movies. I don't know how many times I saw Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day right there. It really is. But yeah, what is an unusual thing, something weird or unusual, or just something very inspiring that stuck with you for whatever reason, and it has stayed with you since those days back in school? Let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, or just leave your comments down below. 575-523-KGRT is the phone and text number. That's 575-523-5478. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what's going on in and around the world these days. Mug Root Beer has hired the winner of the 2025 World's Ugliest Dog Contest. That's right. Petunia is going to be the new spokesperson. Petunia, of course, the hairless English-French Bulldog mix that will be featured on limited edition cans. The cans aim to increase adoption of unique dogs. And I'm going to tell you this. She may have won the World's Ugliest Dog Contest, but I think she's a little cutie. Yeah. Also, Travis Kelce telling GQ magazine that he has turned Taylor Swift into a big football fan. Apparently, she likes hearing about his job. Good for her. Let's see. Pirates of the Caribbean producer Jerry Bruckheimer is keen on having Johnny Depp return for the 6th film in the franchise if he likes the way the part is written. I guess that's up to Johnny Depp, isn't it? Oh, speaking of movies, Ryan Reynolds is hinting that Deadpool may join Avengers Doomsday cast. Yeah, his post showed the Avengers logo with a red A spray painted over it. So I'm going to tell you this. If Ryan Reynolds gets involved, they will get all the like viral marketing stuff they can for that movie because he's really good at that stuff. Martha Stewart is not interested in joining the Real Housewives of New York City. Probably one of her better decisions. Let's see. Kendall Jenner recently purchased a $23 million estate in Montecito, California. Well, good for her. And keep your eyes open for this one next year. Dana White is planning to host a UFC fight at the White House on July 4th of 2026. The historic fight will be aired live on CBS from the White House's South Lawn. I'm just wondering which senators are going to get into it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to approve of anything like that. It would be fun, but I don't think that's going to happen. They'll actually have fighters there. But once again, we are looking for answers for our question of the day because, you know, there's these things that kind of stick with us when we're younger. These certain sayings, certain things that happen when we're in school. Not necessarily all the math or the geometry or the English or anything like that, but something that it sticks with you, like the words to a poem or your locker combination or the smell of the cafeteria or smell of the men's locker room. I guess you got to say that one in there as well. But my question for you today, what is something unusual that for whatever reason it is, has stayed with you since your school days? Go ahead and let me know your answers. Once again, text them in or call them in 575-523-5478. And of course, you can leave your comments down below. Got a couple of text messages. Let's see. I will forever love the smell of freshly opened box of Crayola crayons with that fresh flat tip. Oh, yeah. When you actually have all of them in the box, smell of fresh crayons. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that one. That one's good. It's all fun and games until, you know, you lose one of your crayons. Let's see. The first phone number I ever learned, it was to a garage. I'm not really surprised with that one. The business has changed names and stuff. But yeah, the phone number is actually the same. Wow. That's cool. I'm not going to throw the phone number out there, but that is cool. Phone numbers will stick in your head. Not mine for sure. That ever since we put our phone books into our phones, I can't remember one phone number. Sometimes I will be here and I will even forget our phone number. And I say that on a daily basis. So my brain is not good with the number thing. But yeah, that is a few of the answer to our question of the day. Once again, what is something unusual that for whatever reason has stayed with you over the years since your school days? Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day, which is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.